anyway.
Well, I think you're right. I think people are hungering for this information. I think, like you guys have talked about many times on your podcast, when I know I go to Mass every week, and and when you go to church, you don't hear anything. You don't hear. You get scripture, you get a nice sermon, but nothing is what it seems, I guess. And like if somebody were to just get a tidbit of information, if they just were to get a little nudge in the right direction, I think it'd open a lot of eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. And I don't know how many people heard the show I did last night, but it's like with all the stuff going on in the world right now, all this, the weather problems, so many people dying, and what's the churches? You're going to tell me that they have nothing better to do than to worry about being able to endorse a political a campaign? One of these people, they got nothing better to do than to talk about that.
Right.
And I got a small Salvation Revelation is a small site. I mean, realistically, it's very small. But when I'm getting double the hits now with people basically looking for answers. I mean, they're typing in Revelation and earthquake and Revelation and storms and cyclone and stuff. They're not getting this information in church. I mean, you're right. And honestly, anybody out there that has any ideas as far as, how best to go about doing something like that, I mean, if anybody's like a graphic designer or whatnot and can, make a flyer or something, I'm totally cool with sitting down if we get, maybe 10 topics or something and simplify everything down to just very simple terms. And, whether it's 9/11, what they're not getting in church or, whatever, and just putting together a site with just concise chunks of information so that they can get started and we can pass that web address along. I'm totally, that's something that I really, really want to do.
Yeah.
So, if anybody wants to email us and give us pointers or, help in any way, please, by all means do.
Right. And I think it's also invaluable, the whole idea of movies, not just handing out movies, but also all of us that seem to have at least, are kind of, I don't know if I'd use the word veterans, but at least kind of feel like we have a handle on what's going on now, to really start producing some movies like on YouTube and stuff. I mean, again, Windows Movie Maker, everybody's got it on their computer. And it just takes a little bit of learning to get that program under your thumb. And you can really make some quality stuff. I haven't yet made anything quality. Well, I did something, but, at the same time, the learning curve is very easy to understand. So, and we have so many things of ideas that need to get across that way, because quite honestly, it's like translating concepts into something that people can understand and consume nowadays, because it's just gone that way.
Yeah, and it's it's something that does take time. So I don't know how many people actually have time, and we live in a system where we're all pretty much strained for time and whatnot. And if you have the time, if you can, do something, get involved somehow, some way. It doesn't even have to be with us. Just do something. Tell somebody anything. It doesn't even have. I'm not even talking about stuff that we talk about in our shows. If you know something and you have a chance to share it, if you can find a way to work in, I don't know. I don't even know what I want to tell you, because I know how hard it is to talk about stuff and sound like you're a raving lunatic.
Yeah.
But if you get it out ahead of time, you'll look a little weird, but then when things start to happen, that seed's been planted, and whether they want to or not, they will remember what you've said. Right. And hopefully that will bring them at least one step closer to the Lord and to finding out what's really going on.
Right. I found that it's even hard in your own family. People you try to talk to, even today when I logged on and saw that stuff about the Pope and the with the alien stuff like you guys were just talking about, and I just quickly mentioned to my wife about how I thought it was so interesting how England brings out their X-Files, the Pope's talking about aliens. It just seems, just like the U.S. government, nothing's ever done just because. There's always an agenda. There's always something behind the scenes. And I was talking about it, and she just kind of quickly changed the subject and didn't even want to really go into it. And I was like, boy, even at my own home, it's hard to even get even to talk about it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes family is even harder than dealing with strangers. I mean, at least strangers sometimes won't exactly be as harsh as family members will when they just don't want to hear it.
Right. That's the hardest part. You think they really would want to listen, and they don't.
Yeah.
It is hard because, I mean, I always I know that I get on people's nerves, and I know it almost makes me probably, I mean, I've over the years have been able to, kind of know when to hold them, know when to fold them kind of thing, but at the same time, people always have this critique of me, like, Chris, you got to stop worrying so much, and really I'm not worried is what I always say. I'm really not worried. I'm just astounded, that nobody thinks any of this is important or in this weird thing, it's like it has to be half spiritual, there has to have been some kind of psyop that we missed that we didn't even know existed that created this apathy, it's like, how did that happen, how did we all not care simultaneously?
Right. You would think that people would want to know, and especially if you're a Christian and you just haven't heard this your whole life because you haven't been exposed to it, and you finally, I don't know, you start getting this information. I can't see how people would not want to know. Yet they become, I don't know, they just like don't even want to hear it. It's like, don't tell me that. I don't want to know it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because then you become borderline crazy. It's that whole stigma that goes along with being borderline. Are you nuts or, what's the deal? You watch movie after movie after movie where people that think this stuff's happening are crazy, so.
And, a lot of pastors are out there probably know about a 9/11, but know that if they crossed that line and said, okay, guys, today we're going to talk about 9/11, what really happened, then everybody knows that's the line, Doesn't matter if it's true or not. I mean, it takes some serious, getting out there to decide you're going to do that. But I don't know, it's just to me, I mean, it depends on how you do it, too, because that's only a part of the problem. If you're going to use it in addition, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff, people. 9/11, we can start there. But, I don't know. It's like I don't know. We have just made it an impossibility to even speak the truth by our own unwillingness to, I don't know what it is.
Well, look at Obama's pastor. Look at how the media has torn the guy down, and I definitely don't agree with everything the guy says, but some of it I think is valid, and you just hear over and over and over, this guy's anti-American, he's a terrible person, it's just one more spectacle to bring anyone that questions the official government line on anything into this completely negative light. Like, this guy is, just a shameful person in every aspect of life because he thinks America is due for some divine retribution and, talking about whether it's AIDS or whatnot. I don't know if AIDS was man-made or not, but certainly you've had different eugenics programs and syphilis programs at Tuskegee Institute and everything else that have gone on with blacks in this country. And it's nobody talks about that. They're just focused on him being just a loudmouth racist freak and anti-American beyond belief. And trust me,
right.
I'm by no means a supporter of Obama or his pastor or anything. I'm just making a point here that, this is what happens when a religious character or whatnot steps out of line.
Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, people are going to start realizing that. It's like, well, we can't. It's just setting the precedent, and there's no better time to set the precedent than the election media blitz. It's a good time to really set the bar of how we're supposed to feel about certain issues and what's over the line, and let's set the boundaries, and let's decide what the gatekeepers, where the it's just it's where the stupidest issues can become 3-day media frenzies. It's the only time it can ever happen is the presidential election. So I guess I just take advantage of it.
Yep. I don't know where you guys want to go from here.
Yeah, I don't know either. We got any?
Anyone else want to call?
I don't know. Ziggy said he was working on his sound card there, so we'll see if we can get him up there in a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. It's just it is. There is so much stuff though. I mean, we can do. And one of my friends is a really interesting guy. He's one of my best friends, and he really heard what a lot of the stuff I was saying, and I guess it definitely sank in pretty good, I guess. But it really wasn't a thing until he actually was having a kid, and then we talked about the vaccine. He had about 3 or 4 months to go, and he really put his nose to the grindstone and researched it. But I guess we get a caller here, but a few of them, and I'll just finish this up. But basically, he is such a go-getter now. You know, he really is passionate about it after seeing the truth, and he finds just interesting new ways to tell people about the things that are important to him. And it's just like the true spirit of everything that we should be, you know, not just American, but, you know, even in Christ. I think that it's the whole idea of the Great Commission and everything. I mean, opening those channels of conversation with people, it's always a good end on that too, because it always leads it back to the truth, and the truth is always Jesus. I mean, it's part and parcel of the whole thing. Okay, I guess we get some callers here.
All right, Andy, take care, man.
Hey, thank you very, very much, guys.
Thank you, Andy.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, just been listening to you for a couple of days or a couple of weeks. Just really gotten interested in what you have to say, both of you, and listened to a lot of your back shows, although Frank's got so much stuff out there, it'll take me a lifetime to listen to everything he's got up. But I just want to say thanks for your good work, and I appreciate it and enjoy it.
Thanks a lot, man. It's really good to hear.
You guys take it easy.
All right,
man.
thanks.
Do this
Thanks.
again. Do this again. This is good.
Yeah, it's fun too. The whole thing is something I could really get into here.
And it seems to be working well. I'm pleasantly surprised.
And this was just like the promotion of Frank put out what he put out, and well, this will grow by like twice the size next time at least, maybe even more. And we can we can start setting the time that we could do this, and you know we'll plan it out, and it's just going to be great. This was just a test, but man, it's turning out really good.
Yeah. Does the talk show thing cost anything, or is it?
No, it's good. I mean, it's perfect. Really, is what it is. It's great.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks a lot. See you guys.
Thank you.
Take care, man. Thanks a lot. All right. Let's, Ziggy, you there?
Hello, testing.
You there?
Testing.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
What up, guys? How you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good.
All right. I heard the aliens are coming, huh?
Yeah, yes, should be here any minute.
Speaking of aliens, let me click Mark on here, too. Mark, are you there?
Hey, guys. How are you tonight?
Hey, all right. What's up?
Just dropping in, listening for a little bit. This sounds great. This is a great format.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, and are you calling in on Skype?
No, actually, I didn't want to take a chance and and blow it, so I picked up the cell phone, and I figured I'd just give it a shot from there.
Right on. Well,
how are you calling in?
I'm using that talk shoe.
Are you using a cell phone or something?
No, I'm using the computer. I downloaded that program TalkShoe and try to configure my sound card to work with this because I got a Mac, and a G5, so it's kind of weird. But I finally got it through, and I was just hoping I get it, online with you guys, and here I am.
All right. Well, that's good to know that you can do that. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just was wondering what you guys have been up to. Either one. Ziggy, you first.
Well, me, I've been pretty much, touching up on this. I know you guys already touched on, the Rapture, pre-trib, mid-trib, post-trib. I came across this theory called pre